Hi guys, today I'm gonna be showing you how to clean the carburetor. There are actually two ways you can clean the carburetor. The first one, the easy method, is done if you regularly service your bike. That is, all the dirt in the carburetor will get collected in bottom of the sump. So what you can do is you can drain the sump using the screw. Along with the fuel, the dirt also comes out. So that is the easy way of doing it. Suppose you are a lazy person to service the bike and you didn't service it for many months together, then you'll have to disassemble the carburetor and clean it fully. So first I'll show you how to do the easy method, then I'll be showing you how to disassemble the carburetor and clean it thoroughly. Okay, you'll be needing a flathead screwdriver and a star screwdriver. This is not required. And an oiling can of this sort and a cloth just in case. Okay, for the easy method, what you'll be doing is you drain the carburetor. You don't want to waste the fuel because you might be needing it for cleaning other stuff. So I'm going to collect the fuel in this container. You people will be having a pipe over here. My pipe unfortunately went missing, so I have to stuff it in there and hold it in place and drain. So I'll pause the video and continue after I finish the drain. Okay, as you can see, the fuel is getting drained into the can. We'll have to just wait until it completely drains. Okay, it's completely drained. As you can see, there's no fuel coming out of it. We have managed to collect the fuel. You can see in the bottom here, right here, all the dirt has drained out along with the fuel. So if any dirt was there in the carburetor, it's drained out along with the fuel. Okay. Now I'll show you the other method where you have to completely disassemble the carburetor and clean. For that, what you have to do is first remove the side shield. Okay, once you have removed the side shield, you have to undo two screws over here and over here, which are the clamps which hold the carburetor in place. For that you will need a star screwdriver. Just undo them. Okay, we have removed both the screws. Now what you do is remove the fuel line. And yeah, I forgot to mention, when you are doing a drain, please off the fuel, or the fuel will be passing through and you'll be just wasting fuel. Okay, after you undo the fuel line, just pull the carburetor outside. Okay, you have got your carburetor free. Don't bother to remove the throttle cable and the choke because putting them back will be a pain. Okay, what you do is you keep the carburetor in such a way that you can handle it all around. And what you do is I'm going to be using the fuel which I already collected in the bottle. As you people might know, fuel costs much, so I don't want to waste any. Okay, first we'll clean the outside of the carburetor, then we'll go for the in. First just wipe the dust off with a piece of cloth or something neatly. Set of job trying to do it in one hand. Okay, once you have wiped it with the cloth, you'll notice that some dirts do not go even though you wipe with the cloth. For that we will be using the fuel which we have connected. As you may know, fuel is a very good cleaner. And I'll teach another neat trick which my mechanic had taught me. Instead of just splashing the fuel all over, what you do is you close the mouth with your thumb, then squeeze the bottle. It creates a pressure. Then gently open the mouth. So a jet of fuel just goes. So it's like you are doing a pressure wash with fuel basically. What you do is press tightly, then open it little. As you can see, the worst bit of the dirt is easily gone. Then you wipe it off and it's clean. So you do the same thing with all the dirty areas. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, that was a big blast. Okay, you got the basic idea, right? So same, likewise you clean the exterior of the carburetor thoroughly. Okay, once you have cleaned the exterior of the carburetor thoroughly in the procedure which I just mentioned, we have to open the carburetor. So for opening the carburetor sump, there are two screws at the bottom, one right here and another one right here. Okay, let's undo them. Okay, once you undo the screws, the sump will just pop out. If you can see, the sump is fairly clean, but there are still dust particles. I don't think the camera can pick it out. Okay, there you go. Dust particles are still there. Even on some of the parts you can find some fine dust particles. So that is why we do a thorough clean. The drain just cleans partially. So now what we have to do is, again with the bottle, fill the bottle with petrol. Okay, let me fill it first. Okay, I have filled the bottle with petrol. We are going to do the same thing. Hold the mouse, squeeze it and get a stream out. So first let's clean the sump. Nice and tidy. Okay, now let's clean the interior parts. Make sure you don't disturb anything over here. I'm just gonna spray it with petrol and leave it as it is. Don't try to move around anything because they are very fragile. When you change any setting, then you'll be messed up and you'll not know how to fix it again. Okay, another string. Then just have a look around. If you can find any small dust particles, then you can spray that. Okay, now you have a nice and clean system. Then it's just the case of putting things back. As you can see, there's no dust particles. So fixing back is the opposite of how you removed it. Just pop it back in. Just make sure the rubber seal is in place properly. Then pop it back in and put the screws back in. Okay, I've got the screws in. Next we have to fit the carburetor back in place, and before that don't forget to close your drain screw again, or else you will be like, when you on the fuel will go from the bottom, and you have a drain pipe, you will not even notice that your fuel is going down. Okay. Make it finger tight and give it a notch. Don't over tight or you will break it. Okay, now let's put the carburetor back in its place. Okay, I'll have to pause the video, I think, because I have to manhandle it inside. Okay, I've just got it in place. So a top tip how to fix it back is, first get the engine side in first, then you can push the filter side inside later. So put the engine side in first, then you can fix the filter side. As you can see, I've got the engine side in first. Now what you can do is, you can pull the filter side onto it. You can use the flathead screwdriver to just help you pull the rubber back on. I'm sure you guys can put the rubber back on, because it's very difficult to do in one hand and it's difficult for me to record also. So I'll just put it back and continue. Okay, I've managed to fix both the hoses. Another top tip is, when you're fixing both the hoses, just go to the other side and check if it's fixed properly on that side too. Okay. And there's a notch right there, if you can see. The carburetor should sit in that notch. Just move the carburetor around. Yes, now it's correctly in the notch. Then you have to just tighten these screws to make them airtight. Okay, after making sure both the screws are tight and firm, be careful when you tighten them back, because you don't tighten it properly, means in vibration it might have some air gap and dust will start entering through those. So yeah, and you can put your fuel line back, and that's it. You have cleaned your carburetor thoroughly. Okay guys, you like the videos, subscribe. I'll be making more videos. And if you don't like my videos, just let me know the reason in the comment box instead of just hitting dislike, because I should know what problem you guys are having, so that I can fix it in my next videos. Instead of just hitting dislike, tell what the mistake you found out or the reason for you disliking it in the comment below. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.